Hi everyone, welcome. In this demo, we will show how you upload payable invoices in Oracle ERP Cloud using file-based data import approach. So in this demonstration, we have two flows. One is schedule flow, which will read the file from file server, will read the data from that file, will segregate the data. We have a single file on the FTP location which contains header and then lines data as a single file. The flow will convert that file into two different files, one for the header and second for the lines file. We'll create the property file, zip it, and then upload this zip file to the ERP. ERP will run some jobs and will create the invoices as per the data. And once the job is completed, ERP will send a callback to this flow, and this flow will push the log files to the log directory on the same file server. So let's go with this demo. So here is the source file which is placed on the file server. Here we have 4 lines in this file. So there are two invoices, 1124, 1124, having 2 lines, 1 and 2. The amount is 200, 300 of first invoice, meaning total amount is 500 of this invoice. And then we have another file having one invoice 1125 with 2 line, and the amount is 800 and 900 for second line. So using this file, the flow will read this file, will convert this file into two different file, one for the header and second for the lines, and give these two files to the ERP, and ERP will create the invoice. So let's go back to ERP integration and let's run this schedule integration. Run. When you say run, the integration will be kicked off. Let's say here you can provide the job set. So let's say 009 and run. So this job set will be used to load or import the invoices in Oracle ERP Cloud. So if I refresh it, it will start processing the file. We have only one file, and here you will see the integration is completed. If I go back to the Oracle ERP and see the schedule process which has been kicked off, if I go to the configuration or tools and go to the schedule process here, and when you click on the schedule process, you can see various jobs might be running here. Transfer file, load file to interface, load file to interface, and then it will start calling the import jobs, import payable invoices. It is under wait state, and if you see, the state will get changed time to time depending on the job. And there's another job which is the invoice report will be kicked off, which will show the status. Which will show the status of each invoice which is created. So let's wait for this BIP to be completed. Here it is succeeded, and if you click here, you can see the status of the invoices. Click here, and here you can see we ran for this 009 and we prefixed int 009. If I scroll down, you can see the payables open interface import report. Here you will see the two invoices tag 1123, tag 1124 with amount 500, 1700. The invoice of 500 has 2 lines, 1 and 2. The another invoice of amount 1700 will have another 2 lines. So these are the 2 invoices which has been generated, which you can verify. Copy this invoice number, come here, go to payables, and go to invoices. When you go to the invoices, you can search the invoices from here. The one that has been created, click here, search your invoice number and search. So if you search it, it will show you the invoice which has been created in the system. Here you can see tag 1123 has been generated. And if you open this invoice, it will show you the lines which has been created here. Similarly, you can search another invoice which is 1124 and search. And here we go. So this is the second invoice. Now let's go back to the integration and see how this flow was created. So if I go back, and first thing first, I will show you, we should have the callback as well. The callback has been received and succeeded, and on the file server, the log file should be pushed. Now let's go back to the design and let us understand how this integration is created. So here we have some assignment variables. We are first listing the files from the file server. We are looping over all the files. We are reading the file using file server, and then we are reading the reference from that file server response. Then we are using stage file action to write invoice header. And so these two actions, write invoice header, write invoice file, will use the same file and will create it. So we are grouping here, group by invoice ID, so that we can have two unique lines in the header file. So here, if I go to the XSLT, you will see here we have a for each group on the invoice ID, and this is how that single file for invoice header is created, and the lines file, and then we are writing the properties file, zipping the file, and then loading the file into the ERP, and we are also pushing the same zip file to the file server for the analysis in case something goes wrong. Go back, and then we have the callback integration which receives the callback, and we are simply writing this log file onto the file server in the log directory. So this is the flow which is created to create the payables invoice using FBDI approach. And I hope you find this video demo useful. Thank you. Bye-bye.